And that shot should leave no doubt as to where we are tonight. It's the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Texas. We're live from Houston, where the crowd is on their feet. It'll be the defending NBA champion Golden State Warriors facing the Houston Rockets. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, James Harden is a great offensive player, but there's no mistaking it. He does dominate the ball. Now, that can bother teammates sometimes, but Coach Mike D'Antoni...
Thanks. He's a great passer, David. There's no doubt he can set the table. Doris, a wealth of experience, will be out on that floor here tonight. Two veteran ball clubs for sure. What kind of game does that typically bring us?
Well, like you, Kevin, these guys are very savvy.
Yes.
They'll bring good fundamentals. They understand the big picture, and they know how to play the right way.
So the Rockets win the tip. Anderson kicks to Ariza. Here's Capella. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2. And it's Bell in at the 5 spot.
Remember, back in 2012, James Harden was the 6th man of the year. Now, he's every bit the franchise player.
This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. Harden hits them both. Well, you look back in the last 3 seasons of the Golden State Warriors, just an incredible run and record in every season. Some, in fact, Doris, are the best basketball the NBA has ever seen.
I think, Kev, we're going to look back at these Warriors teams and feel like we're lucky to have been able to see it live. How about 67, 73, and 67 wins the last 3 years? They have been the team to beat in all of those seasons. Such a special run.
Now here's Thompson. Here's the screen. He dishes it to Durant. Over Anderson. And too long on the shot. Houston has come out of the gates quickly. Harden kicks to Ariza. Over Durant. That's good from Ariza on the assist by Harden.
The offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Well, they haven't had to force anything. They're simply moving the ball and working for the best available shot. Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Durant against Ariza. Durant kicks to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Durant against Ariza. Again, Durant missing. It's stolen by Bell. And Thompson kicks to Green. Back to Thompson. And there's the pass to Curry. To the inside. Bell. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, such extraordinary court vision from Steph Curry. There are not many players in the league who would have been able to pick that one out. That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
Thompson with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Thompson passes to Curry. Durant dishes to Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. Green kicks to Thompson. Green, the screen. Shot off the pick. Or the 3. Can't hit that one. So Houston will take it the other way.
Boy, when you watch what Steph Curry does on the floor, it is almost unreal what he can do. In a single game, this guy could make 10 plays that might be career highlights for most players in the NBA. He makes the extraordinary look pedestrian. Boy, Kev, I love his game. He can hurt you in so many different ways.
Durant just inside the line, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Well, Kevin Durant can just hurt you in so many different ways. He's almost unguardable when he's pulling that jump shot.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. And with Curry, we're almost too used, Doris, to his skill on the floor. We've come to expect to see something amazing.
Well, Kev, no doubt, because there are very few players in NBA history who are as exciting to watch as Steph Curry. He has takeover ability with his shooting. The creativity and playmaking are off the charts. What a special talent.
And something that surprised me last season was the play of Kevin Durant on the defensive end. He's always been, Doris, considered a solid defender. But he seemed to make a bigger jump last year in how he impacted that end of the floor.
Well, let's remember, Kev, that there was so much talk about who would protect the rim for the Golden State Warriors when Kevin Durant came aboard. Turns out he was their rim protector. This guy has a career high in blocks and formed an incredible duo with Draymond Green up front. Just great stuff.
Here's Livingston following the basket by Nene. The screen from Thompson. That's tipped. Now here's Livingston to the middle. 6 on the shot clock. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Well, Kev, you love the determined nature of Andre Iguodala. Even when he gets bodied, he's willing to power through it.
The Warriors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. McCaw, he's checked in for the Warriors. You look at the height of Shaun Livingston, Doris, and how he is able to both score and facilitate for others. He is a coach's dream in that regard.
Well, Shaun Livingston is a mismatch nightmare because with his size, he can shoot over most point guards in the post or in the mid-range. But then if you put a bigger player on him, he can create mismatches at other positions. He's a tough guard.
Gordon, with no one around, buries it from 3-point range. Gordon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Durant kicks to McCaw. Back to Durant. Pass to McCaw. Fires for 3. Green with the rebound.
Boy, all sorts of space around him. If he can't hit those, the defense not going to worry too much about him.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Count the basket. Iguodala's got 5 now.
Well, that's great touch from Andre Iguodala. Fearless and efficient. Love it.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Nick Young's checked in for Kevin Durant. For 3, Gordon. Warriors with the rebound. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Nick Young.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And how about last season, Steve Kerr becoming the fastest coach in NBA history to reach the 200-win plateau? This guy has had nothing but success in his first run and already considered one of the elite coaches in the league.
Now here's Iguodala. 5 points in the game. To the paint, here's Livingston. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And Doris, for Kerr to get win number 200, the team only needed 238 games played. For those wondering, that is an insane 84% winning percentage.
Wow. Yeah, Kev, you look at all the coaches in any sport, and none of them comes close to that career winning percentage. And for all his success, the guy remains humble and does nothing but give credit to the players. This guy deserves recognition for an incredible record.
Here's Paul. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Down low. It's deflected. Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And work ethic, a big part of Steph Curry's success, as he was not a highly regarded five-star recruit coming out of high school.
There's obviously ways that you can get better as a player from year to year and find different ways to show, what you're capable of, and that's kind of how, my story unfolded from high school to now, is just adding a little bit of piece here, a piece there every single year.
And he's certainly become not only a complete player, but the kind of true star guys that every team is looking to build around.
When he was drafted, Steph was viewed by most scouts as a great shooter. Not a centerpiece, but boy, were they wrong.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
And through that first period, for me, their work on the glass has been the difference.
Well, they are pounding away on the backboards. Every time that ball goes up, they are ready to go after it.
Chris Paul and Gordon are the best. Oh,
goodness.
Wow.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Nene. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Doris, we're always talking about players developing their skill sets. What do you think is the hardest skill to develop as a broadcaster?
I think for me, the hardest skill to learn was to learn how to relax, to have fun, to not be anything but your most authentic self, because I think the viewer picks up on it if you're forcing things, if you're trying to be another broadcaster that perhaps you like to emulate. So I'd say that was the hardest thing.
I always say broadcasting a basketball game is like a running conversation between two people, because there's so much scoring, and the rhythm and the flow of the game just lend itself to it.
At its best, you're 100% correct.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. D.A., thank you. Now Curry. After Eric Gordon's three-pointer that didn't go. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. For the Rockets, Clint Capella comes in for Nene. And Trevor Ariza subbed in for Johnson. And then for Golden State, Bell comes in for Kevon Looney. And it's Klay Thompson in for Patrick McCaw. Now here's Gordon. Here's Harden. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I'll tell you, I hate to say it, but he's been dragging them down all night. The effort's there, but he continues to be ice cold.
Now Bell. The feed to Green. Over Mbamamuta. Rebounded by Capella.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Ariza. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And Thompson kicks to Young. They set the pick. Shoots off the screen. And good as it rattles through the hoop. And the Warriors lead by 4.
A steady screen set on that play, and the defense disappears. Nice communication between teammates to make that play work.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. And how about the career progression of Trevor Ariza? He came into this league somewhat as an energy player who, obviously could attack the rim. Now he's one of those guys who's primarily a 3-and-D component.
Here's Young, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
For Ariza, his first few years in the NBA, over half his shots came within a few feet of the rim. Greg, now over 2/3 of his shots are from beyond the arc.
And that's just how it goes for some players in the NBA. Ariza still, he has some burst to finish at the rim, but has turned himself into a deep threat, and he's always been a presence with his defense as well.
Now, here is Harden, and another three for Houston.
And with Harden, it's pick your poison. Not only a tenacious penetrator, but also a consistent threat from three-point.
They set the screen. Young against Ariza. Just 5 to shoot. Young's shot is off.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
There's the three. Harden missing again.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Young dishes to Curry. Fires for three. Green with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Chris Paul, he's checked in for James Harden. And then for Golden State, West is checked in for Bell. Kevin Durant comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Iguodala in for Nick Young. Durant, no good. Rockets trailed by 4. Paul kicks to Green. Over Thompson. And Green with the basket on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. Paul against Curry. The dish to Thompson. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Well, Thompson is not a stranger to having the defense draped all over him. What an amazing job focusing with the contest.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
So it's the Warriors now after the Rockets pick up 3. And the basket by Curry.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Paul passes to Anderson. From deep, Green doesn't go for him. And Golden State will come the other way.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Iguodala at his best. A terrific drive. Gets to the rim with ease.
Now here's Paul. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
2-for-1 territory, but they got to work quick.
Right. You don't want to rush it, but you do want to get off as quick a shot as possible.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Timeout called, the Rockets. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. James Harden comes in for Anderson. Then for the Warriors, Patrick McCaw comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from James Harden.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
The shot's good from Paul.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Pick by West. They set the screen. Off the screen. No good off the front iron.
Well, he gets the separation he needs. You can't say the same for his aim, though.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Warriors lead by 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here by Steve Kerr. Coach, great offense from your guys in the first half. What got you to lead?
I started calling some great plays for Steph Curry.
That's why you're the coach of the year, Steve. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense, called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always seem to have the answer. That's good coaching.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted them. The strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And that is just...
And as we return to Houston, Texas, a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great landscape. And here is Curry. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Bell in at the center position. Curry against Paul. Outside, Green. Just 4 to shoot. Second chance effort. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Doesn't go that time. The Warriors leading. And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle, but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
You have a number of young teams in the league, Doris, with a lot of talent, but not many wins. Still in the process of learning how to win. What can a coach do to keep them confident and inspire them through the tough times, the growing pains?
You know, Kev, I think one thing you always hear coaches talk about is the process, and you can't skip steps. And so I think if you throw yourself into trying to get better every single day, and I would say look no further than Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, who started their careers on an Oklahoma City team that barely broke double-digit wins in the NBA, but both were diligent, both kept to the course, and both continued to work hard. And now you've got 2 guys who really are MVP-level kind of guys.
And don't you see the stair step, too, for a guy like Kawhi Leonard, who every year picks up something different to do to enhance his overall game?
You know, that's a great point. The Spurs would tell you they built his game brick by brick.
Warriors have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Curry kicks to Green. It's Durant on the wing. Green with a screen for Durant. And Capella sends it back. Here's Ariza. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Warriors shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And the basket by Curry.
Well, his touch from beyond the arc is unparalleled. It is safe to say Steph Curry will go down as one of the greatest shooters in NBA history.
Now a timeout called by Houston. When Curry is on the floor, you can just see how he impacts the play. Even when he doesn't have the ball, defenders can't help off too far or he'll make them pay. Doris, I've seen defenders give up an open layup just not to give Curry a clean look from deep.
Well, that's why the stat sheet doesn't tell the entire story relative to the influence Steph Curry has on the outcome of the game. The commitment required to cover Curry allows opportunities for other people on his team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Green, he's checked in for Anderson. Johnson comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Gordon subbed in for Chris Paul. Nick Young's checked in for the Warriors. Warriors leading by 4. Curry with it. 15 points in the game. Outside, Green. Durant against Green. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short of the shot.
Harden, that's good.
Yeah, they're having a tough time containing Harden here tonight. No surprise there.
Thompson outside. Screen by Young. Thompson outside. Takes the three. Rockets with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Capella. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Golden State's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. All alone. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Curry kicks to Young. To the inside. Here's Thompson. And the layup's good off the glass. Thompson's got 6.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
The Rockets have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Kicks to Capella. It's stolen by Green. Johnson against Young. He feeds it to Curry. Green, the screen. Shot clock at 5. It's Durant on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
And guys, it is so rare to see a player like Draymond Green who can legitimately guard 1 through 5, right? This guy moves so well, anticipates every play on the floor. He is just so disruptive and can shut down a player on any given night.
And you think, Doris, about the impact of Draymond Green, and he has had on that defensive end, again, Defensive Player of the Year last season in the NBA. Beyond the triple-doubles without any points, he can just erase chances in crunch time.
I would say he is about the last guy you want to go at when the game is hanging in the balance, because his defense raises its level when the game is going to be determined. I think he might have another Player of the Year on the defensive end in his tool belt before it's all said and done.
Free throw good, Nene.
Listen, we all know a healthy, motivated Nene is an elite player at both ends.
Iguodala kicks to McCaw. It's Durant on the wing. There's the pick. Pick by West. Iguodala dishes to Livingston. Green with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Johnson. Feeds it to Nene. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And now it's a 3-point Rocket lead. The Warriors shooting is leaving something to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. McCaw kicks to Durant. 1:02 left to play in the third. McCaw with the bucket. McCaw has got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
As great a scorer as Kevin Durant is, he is an unselfish player and takes great pride in getting his teammates a good look.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Livingston kicks to Iguodala. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Over Nene. And it's Durant missing. Rockets have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Green kicks it to Tucker. Fires for 3. David West grabs the miss. Golden State's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. The offensive rebound. 0-1 near Iguodala as he lets it go. Again, Iguodala missing. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Green kicks to Nene. And Nene with the stuff.
You've got to look at Nene. How about that sky for the slam? You cannot lose sight of this guy.
Durant just inside the line. The step back jumper is good. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter. Near the three-point line, it's... He got it!
Wow.
He got it!
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Well, that's outstanding execution, Greg. You always want to get the last shot of the quarter, which is precisely what they did there.
James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. Offensively, this has been his best game of the season. This is the most points he's scored all year. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Get a couple stops, we get a couple runouts, we get into our flow, all right? Keep the ball moving.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Gordon and Ariza are on the wings. Nene is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Paul in at the one spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Just finding the open man. Few who have ever played this game have Paul's vision.
Stolen by Gordon. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Boy, when he's alone in the open court, he just attacks, right? I mean, turning on the jets and finishing easily at the rim.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Iguodala kicks it to West. From the baseline.
Well, statistically not the most imposing shot blocker, but he gets every bit of that one, did Tucker.
It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from West.
That's a nice play. You have to read and react in an instant to have success on the offensive glass.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
They set the pick. Here's McCall, defended by Gordon. McCall kicks to Livingston. Pick by West. 5 on the clock. McCall with the bucket.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Yeah, when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Houston making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Anderson comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's James Harden in for Gordon. Golden State also making some changes. Green, he's checked in for West. Thompson comes in for Patrick McCall. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Green, no luck.
Boy, he's so used to having a hand in his face that I think it caught him off guard to be that wide open.
Harden against Thompson. Lets it go with the 3. And James Harden with the 3. Harden's got 12 points in just the second half.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Curry passes it to Iguodala. Dishes it to Thompson. That one's not going to go. Good D by Harden. Ariza has the open look. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And now it's an 11-point Houston lead. Timeout called the Warriors. Of course, we talk about speed and quickness being a difference maker on offense. Which players really use those attributes to lock down players defensively?
Well, I think it's hard not to look at Marcus Smart and Jay Crowder. The kind of physical attributes, meaning speed, toughness, length, but they also have the mindset necessary to look opposite some of the best players in the league and say, not on my watch. I'm going to get down in my stance and I'm going to prohibit you from getting to your strengths. It's that's really maybe underappreciated by everyone except coaches and fans of the game.
True, and you and I were just talking about Tony Allen.
That's a great point. I mean, Tony Allen has made his career specifically on the defensive end because, as you know, he's an opportunistic cutter, and if you leave him open, he can make an uncontested mid-range. But the reality is Tony Allen is in the NBA because he is a great defensive player.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He was not happy with their defensive performance. He said they're getting everything they want. We've got to show them we can't let that happen. You have to make a stand. You have to get some stops, and that'll get us going on a run. Guys?
Thank you, David. Paul can't get it to go.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Durant's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. The first free throw is good. And so he's able to get one of two. Rockets leading by 8. Here's Harden, tipped away. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Ariza, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Gets the first. That will put them up by 9. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 1:57 left in the game. Thompson against Harden. Green, the screen. No one near Curry as he lets it go. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
I'll tell you, it's a special thing to watch Steph Curry when he's starting to percolate. This guy is an offensive machine.
Warriors trail by 7. Outside Durant. Off target from outside. Ball outside. Thompson against Harden. Launches a 3. Another miss by Houston.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive. Klay Thompson loves delivering in tight spots. How easy does he make that big bucket look?
Durant kicks to Green, shoots it. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Kevin Durant calmly steps into that shot with the game hanging in the balance. Love it.
Paul against Curry. The drive by Paul. Buries it.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 5. There's 39 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can strive for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
The presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
Rockets making a change here. Green's checked in. Durant just inside the line. Sinks it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Kevin Durant absolutely fearless. If the game's in the balance, he will demand the basketball.
Back to Harden. Pass to Ariza. Inside. It falls.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Yeah, Greg, I think it's very difficult coming back in this instance. They have owned this game. Don't see them coughing up this lead.
There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, that's how they can ensure this lead stays where it is. Keep knocking down those free throws.
Durant for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Green. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, James. Congrats on the win. Looked like you guys really had a lot of confidence and really had a lot of flow offensively.
Yeah, we just tried to move the ball and make the game easy tonight. We did a great job of actually just guys getting shots, easy shots, and our defense really stepped up.
Yeah, great team performance all around, James. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.